Hi everyone, it's Scrappy Kathy with an Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. And this series is all about a bunch of scrappy friends getting together and bringing their pens to life. Going back to all the pens they've been saving from Pinterest. How many pens do you save every Pinterest session? And bringing them to life on paper. And we have a special treat for you in the month of July. Normally, throughout the year, we do it the third or the last Wednesday of every month. And so that would be today, the day that this video goes live. I'm actually doing it on Tuesday, which is both my son's and my granddaughter's birthdays. And so we've had a big, exciting day. And I'm kind of settling down to do a little scrapping at my table, and you're going to get to watch the first page I'm doing. So we do this once a month normally, but in the month of July, Crystal Barrett, who's our Pineapple Papers leader here, she goes crazy and she does a video every day in July. And there are a few of us who are joining her every day, and a whole bunch more that are going to do it maybe 2 or 3 times a week or once a week or whatever, as often as they can. But there will be lots more videos, lots more Pinterest pins coming to life. So without further ado, I'll show you my page. What I get from this page, first of all, the thing I love about it is that photo. And I have some adorable kiddo photos, and I have been looking at lots of them today, reminiscing about Ava when she was growing up. And at dinner tonight, Katie and Barrett were asking who was the cutest kid growing up. So we have been pondering that question. And in the course of doing that, I kind of thought maybe I would do this pin with a cute baby picture. And I thought, no, I had in mind a, kind of an artsy-ish page using a selfie I took, and I seem to have lost it. And this is it. It was just kind of a close-up. I filtered it, and it kind of, it's the old blotchy skin, the blue eyes, the kind of cracked these glasses. That's what the filter does to these glasses. And I thought I would name it I See You, and there's a specific reason for that, and it's kind of it's a message I'd like to communicate to someone. And I thought this would be a good design for that. One day I'm going to save this, and one day I'm going to do it sweet and cute, like this, with little popsicles and buttons and fish and houses and little love letters there, and maybe even a stitched title, although I doubt it. But for this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. First of all, other than the background paper here and the photo, which remarkably matches that background paper, pretty much everything's going to be black and white. There may be some black and craft or black and beige or whatever, if I find some stickers, some chipboard stickers in the collection. I'm working with the Vicki Boutin supplies that are in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. And I'm also doing a challenge for Rediscover Your Stash that's called Opposites, and it's about using opposite colors, black and white. Obviously I'm kind of going for that. I thought if I matted the photo on this paper which says "Say Cheese," but if I don't let very much of it show, it would kind of look a little like the rims of my glasses. The kind of black with little kind of spots of white here and there. So I'm gonna mat this on here. I really love all those cameras, but I've fussy cut the few that I need, and I'm free to use the rest of this paper for the black and white Say Cheese. So I'm gonna use those as layering pieces. But look how good that looks with the glasses. It just kind of really highlights that. So now I'm going to start building layers. Well, actually, first thing I'm going to do, you'll notice that on here there's a torn edge, and it looks like they've got just kind of scraps sticking out, and I certainly could have done that, but I have this sheet of paper that came from the same Vicki Boutin collection as this, that is kind of a grid paper, and it's got lots of text on it. So first thing I'm going to do is glue it onto here, and then I'm going to tear the front so that that black and white text shows. And so we're going to do this. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to kind of leave it a little bit wider than their slot, because I want you to be able to read some of the words. Okay, so now this I can use for something else, and I'm going to do, now that I know where the tears are, I'm going to do a little bit of reinforcing, and I may put some embellishments coming out of there or not. Let me see if I can get some foam. I'm going to put several layers of foam inside the layers behind the photo. And we'll see, there's one that's going to hold the photo up from the next layer, and then I may do a few and then on from there. So I want these to look a little, I really like this kind of purpley, inky looking look. And if I do this, that kind of shows, so I need to cut this here. I don't ever get really precise with this because you can kind of move things around to hide stuff. Now I'd like to have this black tag there, and then maybe a Say Cheese layer that where you can read the Say Cheese like that. Let me do that and that. And I was hoping to have some black and white twine. I know I had some at my desk earlier today, and it seems to have walked off somewhere, but I have this small scrap, and when I have a small scrap like that, I don't ever waste it. I'll staple it on. There we go. And it just kind of looks, gives it sort of a casual look. Okay. think I've decided that I like that, and I'll go there. Okay, and this is black and white and gold, and I may leave this one without a without any twine in it. I'll let it kind of have the black tag showing through the hole there. I don't really want to. My idea of the look of this isn't to have the okay, I like that. Anyway, it isn't to have just a lot of the fiber or twine or thread or anything there. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. I just went through, in order to get the supplies here, I knew I was looking for black and white. I'm gonna use my stapler again, I think. Well, maybe not, because I don't really want to staple on my face. That sounds painful, doesn't it? Okay, and that I wanted a different angle from this, and I may put this bumblebee paper, which appears, when you kind of put it up to that, it appears to be a little navy bluish, but if you put it up next to navy blue, it looks black, so I'm okay with that. This is some more of that Say Cheese paper that I cut a tag out of, and I'm going to go ahead and let it be a, well, that's not very good. I didn't do a good job of that, did I? And put that in the right place. I'll put that there, and then you can kind of see that. And with the pink kind of showing up through it, that'll be cute. I like this. I've also got this black piece. I may turn it on its side like that and let it kind of show down at the bottom. I had another piece of that, and I used that as a very prominent title on the page, and I love that. Okay, so I'm going to let this go up here, kind of at that angle, and I'm going to do this because I'm going to put some foam back there, and when I finish layering all this, the rest of it should come together pretty quickly. Okay, and I'm not completely finished. I want to do this somewhere in there. I think maybe, well, actually, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and put it, I kind of want it down here. I'm planning to do a little bit of a cluster up in here. And so I'm going to maybe move this down from where you see it in the original. And I'm going to let this be parallel. Normally I have the photo parallel and I let everything else be at the angle. But I'm going to let this be parallel to the bottom. Okay, and now I'm going to cut this guy. I don't really want to use it as a journaling block. but I do kind of envision using it as a layer down there. And this is up on foam, so it'll slide under there easily. And I'll keep it level by lining up that line that you're supposed to journal on. And I've got another black and white thing that has some lines. It was also meant to be a journaling block. And I thought maybe I'd do it somewhere like this. There's a lot of off-white and cream color, so I like adding this pure white to that. I'm going to go ahead and kind of fit that in. And I like that because well, I will have to put something there. Okay, now I'm going to do this is a tag with some journaling, and it keeps the journaling private, and so I will fill that in. I'm going to prop it up on some foam, but first let me do some, let me see, do I have any more of those scraps of twine in here? I have purple and cream. I have red and white, which I do not want. And I have green and white, which I do not want. So I'm going to go either with the white grosgrain, which I think would look better with that black tag. And I think I'm going to do it the same way I did the other, cut a very small piece and then staple it on there. Let's see. And then I'll prop that up and I'll have some other embellishments around it. And I may actually work my title in kind of up here. So I'll put these at an angle. I get my stapler and kind of hit it in two spots. A big foam square back here. Okay, that's good. And now I kind of like this little pink tag with the 3 hearts, and here's where I may use, you know, I said I didn't want a lot of twine or ribbon, but it's kind of working out that I'll have some. And as long as those two were different, I may as well make this different. This isn't exactly the same pink family. It's Amy Tangerine. Most of the supplies here are Vicki Boutin, but I had some tags and wanted to use several, and some of these just came from my tag stash, which Lord knows what collections those came from, but I do happen to know this one is Amy Tangerine. Okay, and I'm gonna put that one on a foam square as well. Okay. I know what I'd like to do is have it coming out from under this guy. And I'll just let two of the three hearts show. Okay, so that gives it some separation there. I kind of like that. And I have this other piece of this, so maybe that could go right there. I think that'll work. Just kind of slide it up so it's part of the cluster with the pink tag and the star tag. Okay, so now we're going to start going through, well, first of all, I die cut some, or a fussy cut, some butterflies. And I'm going to sprinkle those around and let the other embellishments kind of go around those. I have two medium-sized ones and a small, and I think I'm going to put one of these here. And then I have a vellum globe that says, "And away we go." And away we're going. On Friday, we're actually going to break our quarantine, break our stay-at-home philosophy, and we're going to go to Florida. Barrett is playing in an invitational football tournament, and so we're, as a birthday gift to my son and his daughter, to James and Ava, and a graduation gift for Katie, and Barrett's got a birthday coming up, so kind of to cover all those events, we're taking everybody to Margaritaville in Orlando, and possibly, if we're convinced that the measures they're taking are reasonable and prudent, and if the Florida COVID outbreak it doesn't totally scare us, we may go to Disney World. And it'll be the first time, I think, that all of these kids, we've taken Ava several times, we've taken Katie and Barrett a couple times, and they've been in various family permutations with other step families, but I don't think we've ever taken all three of the kids and their dad. Okay, so I've got that. I think I like this guy here, and I can kind of snuggle it down there. I'll put some adhesive on the base there, and it probably won't show anyway because it's black. There. I think I'll let it kind of sit right there. Okay. I have another little tag that says, "Be the happy," and I kind of like that, but I'm thinking that's another one I won't use as a tag. Let me hold off on that. Maybe it could be peeking out from down here. That kind of works for me. But I'm preventing us from being able to read that. So I'm going to put that on hold. I'm going to because I have adhesive, I'm gonna stick it right there. Okay, and there is a black arrow here, and I kind of like that. It's a chipboard arrow. I love arrows on pages, and especially in this case, it's kind of pointing at the photo. I'll put that there. I wonder if you heard somebody yelling at the dog. The dog has amazing ears, and I think she hears when I start. She's upstairs on another floor. We live in the basement. And I think she hears when I start a video and she starts barking. And then people start yelling, "Shut up!" And this makes her bark louder. Making time for what matters is kind of a sentiment that I want on here. And I am not sure where. I think I'll let it live down here, and that would be a decent enough title, but I have in mind a different title. Okay, so I might use those glasses, except they're the wrong colors. I've got, this Yes Please. I definitely wanted to use that. And I will go back for all of these chipboard pieces. Maybe I'll use it right here. I'll go back and put some liquid glue because I know they're not gonna stick. I love this little circle, and I want to use it on the black tag. It kind of dresses it up a bit. I've got another heart there. I like the enjoy part of this, and I may want to just kind of slide it up under the photo. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. I don't think there's anything else on here that I need to use. I like the click with love, and that would be a good message for Ava, because she just hates people taking photos, and she thinks there's actually something wrong with them when they do. I think I'm okay without any of these stickers. Nothing there just reaches out and grabs me. So here I'm gonna put my title right across here. We'll see how that works out. Again, I will go back and stick these with liquid glue off camera. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I have all the letters I need. I've got, that's actually stuck. That means I can just put it in the pile to reuse. Oh, let's see. Okay, have lots of E's here. I love this alpha set. I'm gonna hate to see the letters disappear. I know I have a Y somewhere. And I'm putting these on with reckless abandon, knowing that they're gonna come off and I'm gonna re-glue them, and I may be a little bit more careful about being precise. The problem with sitting at the end of the table and just kind of looking at things at an angle, it's not, you don't get quite the precision that you do if you're standing up and looking down and getting that bird's eye view. Okay, so I think I'm done. It's a very different looking layout, but it certainly took its cues from all of these layers around the photo there. I have, you know, kind of a diagonal of clusters. Everything kind of goes diagonally there. And what I love, that I will include in a future version of this, I love that clip with the little string holding the charms, and all of these little charms are so cute. I have some charms and some of these little letters from some bracelets that the girls, my granddaughters, made me when they were little. So anyway, this is it. I'm going to add some journaling in here, and I'm going to put some glue under these guys. But other than that, this is the layout. I love this pen. I generally I love anything with torn edges on paper. I love anything with lots of layers. And I love the contrast of the black and white with this pink wood grain. And there are several colors of pink in the skin tones, the filtered skin tones here. And then there's this pink up here. So I think that's, and then there's this kind of, whatever that's called, whatever that color is called. It's not craft, it's a reinforcer that's kind of your standard office supply reinforcer. So anyway, this is it. Thank you for watching, and be sure and get out there and make something pretty based on those pins that you keep pulling off of Pinterest. And join us for the entire month of July. I'll be making a video every day, and I will put them all in a single playlist. So if you can't watch one day, you'll be able to catch all of them on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much for watching, and have fun. Bye.